If yellow lights exist in the client's mind, then no matter how difficult they may be, you want to bring those yellow lights to the surface while you're present and have a chance to influence them. You want to acknowledge that you heard, saw, or felt a yellow light and slow down. Do your best job at understanding what the real yellow light is, and then ask yourself a very important question. How would turning this yellow light to green be in the client's best interest? Our research on objections shows that many objections are simply a result of inaccurate or insufficient information. It could be as simple as the client thinking you don't provide a particular product feature or service offering, even though you do. As long as the yellow light shows up while you're still there, it can often be turned to green by simply providing what was missing or correcting misperceptions. In other situations, clients may make choices based on opinions or beliefs that are not supported by data. Your task is to provide the relevant information in a way that's illuminating and keeps the client's ego safe. It challenges the belief without challenging the person. Presenting the right information in the wrong way could still defeat your purpose. You might start your response by saying something like, "Yeah, I'm not surprised you feel that way. I did as well until one of our clients shared with me this research that's been substantiated over and over. It showed that," for example, one of our colleagues was working with a client whose salespeople were convinced that price was the primary reason they were losing sales. Based on that belief, they felt their company should lower prices rather than invest in improving sales performance. Fortunately, good win-loss data was available. Several deals were won when the client's price was as much as 30% higher than the competition. Other deals were lost when their prices were as much as 30% lower than the competition. Furthermore, what the salespeople thought was the most important thing to the client, price and relationships, the client actually rated very low. What was most important to the client, understanding their business challenges, was rated low in importance by the salespeople. Fortunately, both the decision maker and the salespeople were more interested in increasing sales than in holding on to a perception. With sound data available, they were eager to improve their skills rather than focus on price. Let's say, for example, that the client tells you that they feel experience is very important and their company wants each member on your team to have 8 years or more in-depth experience in their industry. Imagine that you absolutely can't meet that standard. Furthermore, you do not feel it's necessary to meet that standard to do an excellent job. What would be additional choices you can apply? You might say to the client, "I hear how important this is to you, and I'd like to explore it in more depth. Let's say there were some people available, whether in our company or another, and you became convinced they were the best suited to deliver this project on time, and yet they only had 3 or 4 years of experience in your industry. Are you more concerned about the years of experience or their ability to deliver on time?" You still have to give evidence that these people can deliver on time, yet now the proof point is deliver on time, not years of experience. One option we've already explored is introducing facts and data. It turns out that there's considerable research showing that people with lots of experience are no better at their job than those with very little experience. In addition, experienced managers don't produce superior results. If you had this research at your disposal, you might say something like, "I agree that the wisdom and insight of experience is important. Sometimes experience equates to years on the job, and sometimes not. Have you ever heard the expression that although so-and-so has been here for 10 years, he doesn't really have 10 years of experience, he just has 1 year of experience repeated 10 times? It actually turns out that is far more common than I ever suspected. In fact, there is some research that shows this. Another choice to shift their thinking might be to say, with many of my clients, if I told them I was applying the thinking, processes, and technology of 10 years ago to their problems of today, we'd never get hired. Even if it were from 5 years ago, that wouldn't cut it. Everything in this industry and in this global economy is moving too rapidly. Sometimes having a team that blends knowledge of what worked in the past with those well-schooled in leading-edge performers of today can yield better results than a team composed only of people who have been doing the same thing the same way for a very long time. Would you consider using a team with more of a blend of experience? Unless the client changes his or her mind about what experience equals, you are out of luck. You want to first solve for the unknowns and find out what experience equals to the client. Then you want to unfreeze their thinking and demonstrate that you can give them what experience equals, even if you can't give them the number of years that they associate with good experience.